What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. Now it's time for Blood and Guts as AEW pits the Jericho Appreciation Society versus the Blackpool Combat Club and Friends in a double cage match. Join us now as we look at this week's edition of Dynamite, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Logan Paul officially signs with WWE. WWE also signed an MMA fighter, former wrestler Joey Ryan hits the lowest point, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out Wrestlelamia.co.uk and our non-wrestling channel, Incredible. Now, as always, we won't recap the matches, but just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good as number one, the best things in life are free. Did we just watch a pay-per-view quality main event match on free television? While the days of non-stop squash matches are thankfully long gone, last night's Blood and Guts match wasn't just a great TV match, it was a great match that could have easily headlined a pay-per-view. AEW always tries to make Dynamite special, but this was an off-the-chart match and a much better than the inaugural Blood and Guts bout. As fantastic as this match was, we have to ask whether AEW is giving away too much on free TV. Should this match have been saved for a pay-per-view? Did this set the bar so high that subsequent TV shows won't be able to match the majesty of this main event? On the other hand, this special episode could be likened to the sweeps ratings periods, where the Nielsen rating systems collects data for advertisers and TV programs often feature episodes more likely to draw in viewers. Interestingly enough, there is a sweeps period beginning 30th June, so perhaps AEW booked this to build interest for the next few weeks of programming as Nielsen monitors July's ratings. Number 2. The G-Spot. Sammy Guevara showed why he's not afraid to take any bumps to sell a match. While this isn't going to help him have a long career, there's no denying that his sick bump off the top of the Blood and Guts cage through a table was incredible. It was a true OMG moment that will undoubtedly enter into wrestling's archive of amazing acrobatic feats. Seriously, these wrestlers don't get credit enough for this. Number 3. Just incredible. Is Dax Harwood the best single star in AEW? Although he's been working with Cash Wheeler for years, you can't help but wonder what Harwood's career would be like if he decided to step into the singles division on a regular basis. As much as the fans enjoy FTR's incredible tag team work, it's time for him to consider taking a break from the FTR in order to showcase his singles skills. Cash Wheeler could benefit too, as he's shown he can shake things up as a singles star too. There's no reason that FTR has to break up, but why not give Dax a singles run? Number 4. Evil Luchasaurus. It looks like Luchasaurus has gone from a gentle giant to a raging monster, as seen with his bizarre bonding with Christian Cage and his dismantlement of a hapless Serpentico. Now, we praised Luchasaurus' work and noted he has the makings of a strong single star. Now it appears AEW is ready to push Luchasaurus as a monster heel, and with Christian guiding him, there's no telling how far he'll go. Number 5. The Dinosaur Whisperer. Christian heel's act has been phenomenal, as Captain Charisma has seamlessly transitioned from babyface to heel and turned Jurassic Express upside down as he somehow found a way to control him. AEW seems to be letting the mystery develop, which hopefully will end in a powerful payoff when Jungle Boy returns. Number 6. Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy is more over than ever as the fans give him their ever-enthusiastic warm welcome to Freshly Squeezed during last night's match against Ethan Page. Cassidy is a wrestler whose gimmick seemed goofy at first but quickly wins over naysayers. His blend of comedy and fast-paced wrestling makes him good against just about any opponent. The spot where he stole Dan Lambert's orange juice and sprayed it into Lambert's face was a nice touch too, as Lambert is the guy fans love to hate. But that was the good. What about the bad? Is number 1, it hits different. Is Eddie Kingston injured? Well, Kingston complained about his back after Blood and Guts, but it's unknown if he was just selling for the camera. What is known is that Santana injured himself during the match, as more about that in the news, but as much as the fans enjoy AEW's high-flying and hard-hitting style, enough is enough. Tony Khan needs to get control of his locker room and tell his wrestlers that they need to cut back on their sick bumps. Santana's injury doesn't appear to have come from a sick bump, but AEW's current slate of the walking wounded are results of older wrestlers working like 20-year-olds and 20-year-olds working like they don't want to make it to 30. That was nothing downright ugly, as Dynamite featured a pay-per-view main event quality match, and whilst they suffered a number of COVID-related absences, they managed to put together a strong undercard as well. What did you guys think of Dynamite last night? Let us know in the comments down below. Now let's move on to the news. Our first story looks at Logan Paul officially signing with WWE. Logan Paul just took to Twitter today to officially announce that he signed a contract with WWE. Logan previously appeared in the last 2 Mania events, and he made his in-ring debut at WrestleMania 38 in April. Logan is set to be part of the SummerSlam card, with rumors going around that he'll be facing The Miz at the big event. No deals are known at this stage in relation to his deal, but it will be interesting to see how WWE use him. Logan is one of the biggest names on the planet, and judging by the reaction to his social media posts, it's already received a ton of widespread attention. What do you think of Logan Paul's signing? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Santana Injured. As bad news for Santana, it appears he was injured in the Blood and Guts main event. Meltzer and Brian Alvarez brought up the apparent injury during the Wrestling Observer Radio, saying, "You could see it when he did the Uranagi. Pretty much his leg gave out and he just collapsed. He crawled around and tried to do stuff, but he really couldn't do much of anything at that point." A Ringside News noted that Santana is scheduled to undergo an MRI to determine the extent of his injury. But Santana isn't the only wrestler who may be injured, as Fightful Select is reporting that AEW has other injured wrestlers. The injury bug has bitten AEW pretty badly of late. We're told there are other injuries that have not been disclosed publicly that wrestlers are battling. Ringside News recently mentioned how it's never been their policy to announce injuries unless they do so on television. Some observers, including Brian Alvarez, believed AEW's injuries may be due to its wrestlers working less matches than wrestlers do in other promotions. What do you think the reason is, or reasons for AEW's current crop of injuries? Next up, Joey Ryan hits his lowest. There's a man overboard on the Jungle Cruise as Disney has dumped Joey Ryan. Bodyslam.net recently broke the story that blacklisted wrestler Joey Ryan was working at Disneyland as a handler for its Jungle Cruise ride. The LA Times' Hugo Martin reported on Ryan being released back in the proverbial wild of the job market, saying Joseph Meehan, known in the wrestling world as Joey Ryan, worked for the theme park for about 3 months in a probationary status until Disneyland declined to hire him as a full-time employee, according to Disneyland officials. Martin reported on Meehan's hiring and how he passed Disney's pre-employment process. The theme park screening process for potential employees includes a criminal background check, but Disneyland officials said that the check did not alert them about the harassment accusations against Meehan under his stage name that appeared in social media posts, wrestling fan sites, and sports blogs in recent years. Meehan was one of the hottest wrestlers on the indie scene, but as Bodyslam.net's Corey Brennan mentioned, his style in the ring rubbed people the wrong way as it was a sexually orientated gimmick. Ryan was blackballed in the pro wrestling industry following the speaking out movement, when many came forward accusing Ryan of sexual assault and harassment. Meehan has denied the allegations but is currently out of wrestling. Next up, fans bail on Rampage. Reports are coming in that fans bailed on Rampage, and we're not talking about AEW's Friday night often struggling to find viewers every week, but about the Rampage taping held after Dynamite. Dave Meltzer commented on the apparent early exit, saying a lot of people left. A lot of people left during the Nyla Rose-Toni Storm match. And I heard the Bucks match with Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto that they had a hard time getting the crowd, but they had such a good match that they did get the crowd. The Royal Rampage Battle Royal I heard the crowd was very into though. Ringside News speculated on why fans didn't stick around. Rampage tapings can often push close to midnight, and as they take place during the work week, it's simply too much for many. Last night was no exception. It's difficult to get fans to stick around for hours and hours of wrestling, especially when a show like Rampage often features inferior matches to Dynamite. And finally, WWE signs a Bellator fighter. Last but not least, another MMA athlete is WWE bound as the WWE signs Bellator fighter Valerie Loretta. This historic signing was reported by the Miami Herald, who pointed out the significance of the signing. A Taekwondo master, MMA fighter, MMA commentator, model, actress, and clothing line creator, now she's signed to World Wrestling Entertainment. She is the first Cuban-American woman to sign with the company. She tweeted, "I'm honored to become the first Cuban-American woman in history to sign with the WWE. I come from a family of immigrants. Now it's my time to represent our Latin culture. I was destined for this. Thank you for this opportunity, WWE and WWE NXT. I'll make you proud." Loretta attended WrestleMania and was blown away by the show, as apparently WWE was blown away by her after she tried out for the company. As for Bellator, the MMA organization wished Loretta well, noting the door is always welcome for her to return. What do you think of the signing? Let us know in the comments down below. I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.